we talk a lot about this idea of moving from fear to love, and from being unconscious to being conscious or totally aware, totally aligned with that God consciousness. But what does that actually mean? Well, we're going to talk about that this morning. This is Tom Kieran with the Be Something Wonderful Studio of Higher Consciousness in San Diego, California, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Welcome back, guys. Well, this morning I want to talk about moving from fear to freedom. And I love this sort of four-stage model of consciousness, if you want to call it that. This is by Future Shapers. You can go to futureshapers.com. I think it's a group of highly conscious business people that help others and help other executives become more conscious. So what is this whole idea? Well, this is pretty cool, guys. This gives you a good diagram of what we're talking about. If you look at it in this sort of pyramid shape, at the bottom, it's nothing sort of new, but it gives you a very good visual and idea of what we're talking about. This is fear, right? This is life happens to me, right? This is a victim mentality, right? We've all been there. Life happens to me, and it has to do with blame and having that thinking that there's always somebody to blame, that your life is like it is because people are making it like that, because the universe is making it like that, because the world is making it like that. Life happens to me. You have no control, right? Fate is in other hands, and it's just this blame mentality. It's probably the highest fear mentality you can be in, right? A real low base of fear. No responsibility for creation. The next stage, if you were moving up on a stage of consciousness from unconscious to conscious, or towards that God or towards that divinity, would be life happens by me. And I've talked about this a little bit in reality transurfing with Vadim Zeland. He talks about the fear stage, this life happens to me, that stage, as being that, it's in the hands of fate, I have no control, I'm a victim of circumstance, I'm a victim of fate, I'm a victim of destiny. And then he talks to this next stage where I control things. I am going to use my inner intention, that intent. And when Vadim talks about inner intention, he's not talking about that the divinity's inside. He's talking about trying to control circumstances. This is how life happens. This is people that do succeed by doing this, right? They battle it out in the physical world, competing with others, working long hours, knowing that it's about thinking and knowing to themselves, or thinking that they know that it's about sacrifice and battling and working hard, and that I create life and so forth. This is total control. The good news about it is a move up. You're moving up on the pyramid, and you're taking responsibility for your life. It's better than being here in total blame, right, with no control. But it's still, if you draw a dotted line here, it's still in a fear-based mode. It's still low levels of consciousness. You're not tapping into that. Remember, you're still trying to control life, right? You're still staring in the mirror, looking at your reflection, and saying, I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix it by battling physical mentality. We talked about the dual mirror, physical reality. Life happens by me. And then when you start getting connection with that higher power, that metaphysical side, which we're mostly made of, right? We've talked about this. We're mostly spiritual. We're mostly connected to this. This is still not acknowledging that side, although you might tap into it once in a while, but unbeknownst to you, right? Because you think it's all about control, competition, squeezing somebody out, bargaining, right? Negotiating, getting your way, succeeding because it's just you are going to succeed and no one else is going to help me. Here is connection. Life happens through me. This is what you might consider when you get into the flow of life, right? When you say, hey, I'm in the flow, this is it. This is your connection. You surrender to that higher power. You know that that you're going to flow, that it's going it's going to lead you. You're going to flow with it. So this is it happens through you. That divinity is a part of you. We talked about this, that we are part of that consciousness. Here you're using it quite well. This is a higher level, right? You're now up into the loving consciousness. You're moving much closer to love. And then as you move to the top, this is total unconditional love. Life happens as me. This is the idea that we are life. And Neville Goddard talks about this. All the spiritual teachers reference this. This is total freedom. You're freer here for sure, but this is total freedom and total oneness with that divinity. Very cool way of looking at it in these four sort of tiers of the pyramid. Unconditional love. Once you're there, you are life. You know now that you are life, that creation, that you are creation, and that you can't help create. You were born to create. Here you're creating, definitely, using the techniques we've talked about. But here is a total melding in with that divinity, right? A total oneness, a total freedom, right? Clearly, when you make a transition into the spiritual side world, when we have that physical transition called death, then you're there totally, right? You're totally in that bliss and that unconditional love. But it doesn't mean you can't experience this, and you sort of go between these two stages, right? Life happens through me and life happens as me. This is very powerful. This is the stuff we're talking about. This is going from fear to freedom, guys. Using the techniques that we've talked about, we'll hit those more. I loved it when I saw it. I wanted to share this with you. This is there's a lot out there on levels of consciousness, and they're divided up into different levels, and some of them are more than, some of them are 7 or some of them are 10. It really depends on the author and their view of it. But this is a very good, simple guide because it is simple. Wisdom, in the end, is simple. Knowing and truth is simple. And this gives it to you guys. This is beautiful. Futureshapers.com if you want to take a look at them. The Course in Miracles said it. Perfect peace and perfect joy are my inheritance. This is from A Course in Miracles. We're going to do more from A Course in Miracles. And I did a lesson the other day on it. Guys, this isn't platitude. This is real. Once you connect with this and know who you are, and of what you are made and from where you come, then you get it. Then you get that this divinity, that it is normal, it is natural to feel this love and peace, that everything else is self-created, right? That we create the nightmares, we create the obstacles, we create the pain, right? This is who we are. Wanted to share this with you. Great powerful consciousness model to use as a base for what we're going to be working on. Okay, guys, that's what I have right now. This is Tom Karen with the Be Something Wonderful Studio of Higher Consciousness in San Diego, California, where we help you level up and become the highest version of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the subscription button. That's a caricature of me with a headset. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update video. And guys, like the video and share it and comment. That's how we get our message out, okay? Until later, I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.